Hi everyone. Hello, how are you doing? Hey replay viewer. I'm in the car today. We have not had a car scope since my very first scope. So this is giving me flashbacks to my very first scope. Only in that scope I had a really nice setup in my car. God was really good to me because I was at the airport and I was going to do my first scope. I had told everybody I was going to be on, but I was delayed at the airport, and I couldn't go home in time to meet my time. So I was like, well, it's either cancel it or move forward. And you know what I did? I moved forward. I put my setup up in the any Polish in Chicago. Lots of Polish in Chicago. I put my setup in the car. I tilted the camera and I was speaking to the camera. My first ever scope in a parking lot where people were moving around, looking at me, talking to myself in the car, and I'm just like, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. And there was nobody in the scope. Welcome Afroscope TV, welcome. So that was a little story before everybody came in. This is an Afroscope TV scope. Share the love. Hashtag share the love. I joined Afroscope TV because it makes the most sense to join Afroscope TV. And if you are someone who identifies as being a part, hey Mahaver, if you're someone who identifies as being a part of the African diaspora, wherever you are, honey, join Afroscope TV, support the community. There needs to be more support and more unity in the diaspora, and for people to know that, hey, you're not alone, you know, all these things that your parents be doing, that you be doing on the side, like, you're not alone in that. I like that I can go into Afroscope scopes and, hey Matt, how are you? And just enjoy kind of the cultural similarities that we all have. I know. No, I'm not driving. I'm not driving at all. I'm just chilling here. So I'm doing a scope in the car. I explained a little bit of why I'm scoping in the car because it's a bit of a story. Hey Terry, how are you? Terry, how are you doing? Look at this turtleneck. All right, so welcome to the scope, everybody. My name is Coach Nachi. I am your world-class personal development coach, speaker, and life enthusiast called to serve those who want to live more like their unique selves. I was not pulled over. I believe we're intended to live fully human, joyfully, and feeling at home in ourselves and our lives. And today I am graciously and humbly participating in the car for Afroscope's Share the Love Wednesday. Every Wednesday, Afroscope does this Share the Love, and I absolutely adore it. That is Afroscope TV. If you are interested in joining it and you identify as part of the African diaspora, you want to support, thank you. I am not driving. Replay viewer, you see this? I explained to replay viewer that I'm not driving. But, you know, y'all don't know. I'm not. So the scope title today is I am driving. I'm multitasking. Can you imagine? Man, I'm not driving. Thank you so much for those hearts, those teal hearts, and those orange hearts. They match my hair. Yeah, I'm parked. She's complete. Thank you for vouching for me. Although the cars in the background are moving. Today's scope is about we're shaped and fashioned by what we love. Okay, come back soon. Something that I really love to talk about on my Periscopes is self-love, right? It all really honestly boils down to self-love. Thank you. Look, this man was walking by and he's like, what's she doing? At least she looks good. Look, if I'm going to be making a fool of myself, at least I better look good doing it, right? No, I believe in self-love, right? I believe we're intended to live joyfully, fully human, and feeling at home in ourselves and our lives. A part of that is when you are shaped and fashioned by what you love, when you love yourself, it's kind of cold in Chicago, but it's really kind of nice, actually. Like, summer is peeking its head in and saying, hey, I'm coming, can I come through? When you love yourself, that shapes everything. And this is not new. Like, we know this, but it shapes everything. It shapes how we relate to other people. It shapes how we relate, most importantly, to ourselves, right? So when you care about yourself, when you have your own standards for yourself, when you uphold your own standards, you uphold other people to their standards. So I think about this especially when it comes to romance. I'm wearing red, so let's do that. So when you're dating and you appreciate yourself, you love yourself, you know what you bring to the table, you are less likely to accept someone who doesn't appreciate you. You're less likely to entertain someone just because they're giving you attention. You're less likely to entertain someone simply because of the one thing that they do for you that makes you feel good, because you know that you're worth a lot more than that one thing that they're doing. So if you know for yourself that you've dug deep on yourself, you know what makes you happy, and you express that to someone who you're dating or someone who you're considering dating, and they do the exact opposite, you know that this is not the person for you, right? You know it's not someone that you should be involving yourself with. So when you know yourself, and you know yourself so intimately, and you begin to love yourself. Hey Dave, how you doing? Welcome to my scope, boo. How you doing? Everybody say hi to Dave. Hey, thank you so much, Dave, for coming through. When you appreciate yourself, when you know yourself and love yourself, you are able to uphold who you are, and it's a wonderful thing. You remember that thing that you our flaws, right? Our weaknesses. When you've embraced that weakness of yours, have you noticed how it loses all of its power? So there's parts of ourselves that we feel super insecure about. And once we embrace those parts of ourselves, it's crazy how all of a sudden they're not as big. It is cold in Chicago. Why y'all say? I'm wearing a turtleneck. I got long sleeves. Dave, is it cold where you are? Because, thank you. Is it cold where you are, Dave? Because people are asking. It's cold. Yeah, Chicago is ever cold. Summer's peeking around saying, hey, can I come through? But yeah, what was I saying? When you love yourself and you care for yourself and you care about yourself, you are more likely to care for others. You are more likely to care even more for yourself, and that builds your reputation. So I love talking about reputation on my scopes because reputation is important. You're not going to give your baby, right, your child, to an agency that has bad reviews on Yelp. You're not going to give the last matchstick. Oh, Nachi is in Chicago. I didn't know. I'm in Chicago, positive tongue. I'm here. You're not gonna give the last matchstick. And you guys remember The Fifth Element, right? We all love this movie. Bruce Willis, yes. He has, spoiler alert, he has to make fire. And there is one matchstick left. And everybody in the joint is like, Chris Tucker, that's the best role he's done. Like, Rush Hour is great, but that's a really good role. 5 minutes, I'm straight good. So, in Fifth Element, we've seen Bruce Willis's character deliver on everything that he's promised. He says he's gonna get this, he does it. He says he's gonna get that, he does it. So by the end of the movie, we trust this guy with our life. And so does everything else. Friday, I haven't seen Friday. Can you believe that? I need to see that. Like, it's like a cult classic now, the whole Friday series. I need to see it. And Fast and the Furious, I haven't seen those either, so crucify me later. He has the last matchstick and he has to create fire. It is a scope train. That is like the scariest part, because if he doesn't create fire, the world is going to cease to exist, right? So they give him the last matchstick. That last matchstick is what I like to call like our light. Our light is the last matchstick, because when we leave, I was talking about death yesterday, when we leave, so does our light. When we leave, so does our gifts, our purpose, our skills, our talents, and everything that we contribute to this world. It leaves with us. It's done. So when we don't act on what we have inside of us, when we don't spread our light and light that matchstick, what are you doing? You're not going to trust your last light. You're not going to trust your baby to someone who, hey, nice to catch you live. Love the death motivation. I'm so glad. Yay, graciously graced. God bless you. You're not going to trust your baby, your last light, to someone who you don't trust. Someone who has a horrible reputation. Self-love. You need to have a good reputation with yourself. If you tell yourself, I'm gonna wake up at 10, baby, you better wake up at 10. Even if you wake up at 10 for 10 minutes, at least you delivered. At least you delivered, right? Baby freaking steps, millimeter shifts. If you promise yourself something, honey, you better come through with that promise. Because that is a form of thank you. You have to love yourself first. And you have to truly love yourself. Like, you're not repping someone who has a bad reputation, and you need to have a good reputation with yourself, and that to me is a super form of self-love. You need to, hello from Russia, Privet, good morning or good evening, where are you at, Mac John? You need to absolutely have an amazing reputation with yourself, because baby, at least work on it, small steps. Exactly, Dave, come through with that. Great point. Thank you, Funke. You have to have a good reputation with yourself. Scotland, Edinburgh, what? I almost went to school there. Very cool. You have to have a good reputation with yourself, because that is going to shape how everything works. That love is going to shape how you work with your life, your friends, your business. All that is going to seep into all those other areas of your life. Great scope, sweetheart. Thank you. Baby blue hearts, gold hearts. I don't know if there are other hearts that I can't see, but I sometimes Periscope hides them from me. So, welcome back, Terry. Welcome back, Evidence Coach. I hope the scope is okay. It's tougher to change yourself, but necessary to be the change you want to see. Exactly. I went to school in London for my master's program. I almost went to Edinburgh, so we could have known each other. I think I have like a few minutes left. How am I doing, Sergi? I'm good. I'm really good. I feel really good. I think it shows. So, what is something that you can do today to show yourself you love yourself? What is something you can do to rebuild that reputation inside of you for yourself that you can do to move forward? Like Dave said, it's baby steps, right? Millimeter shifts make a difference. Millimeter shifts absolutely make a difference, right? Deciding to go left or right, that makes a difference. It's a little shift, but it's a huge difference. It trickles down. It's like a domino effect. So what can you do today to increase your reputation? But before you do that, ask yourself what your reputation is with yourself. Would you trust yourself with yourself? Like, would you trust yourself with your gifts, with your light? Do you trust yourself with your gift or your light? Have a great day and stay warm. You too, Dave. Thanks for stopping by. It was really nice. Thank you for inviting your followers. To everybody that did. The scope is about to close, so if you are new here, I'm going to ask for a follow. It's pretty good content, I would say. If you're not into it, you can always unfollow later. I will also say that I'm asking for a share. I'm having to rebuild my health. Yeah. I hear you, and you're not alone in that. You're not alone in that, Mac John. Help me unlock iPhone. Millimeter shifts, Google it. So I've asked for the share if this is something that you think other people could benefit from. A follow if I can speak Japanese. I can kind of speak Japanese. I can say certain things. Itadakimasu. It means like thank you for the food or something. I appreciate all of you coming in. Hernia and liver issues. Oh, man. You know who's really good at health stuff, Mac John? Terry. Terry, let the people know you in here. Terry is really good at, like, body and health stuff. She will set you straight. Hey, Paul. Hi. Welcome to the Scope. Or is it Evan? So, all of you, I hope that Afterscope TV is something that you follow. Afterscope TV, please throw up some emojis or something. Hey, friends. Thanks for your positivity. I appreciate you, Mary Oceanair. That is a beautiful name. I have to rethink about what I eat. Yeah, it's a whole restructuring of your entire system. And that is big as far as reputation is concerned. And I know that's something I continuously work on. If I say I'm on a diet, if I say I'm trying to eat healthier, I need to keep that reputation with myself. Ding, ding, ding! 0 minute. We're done. We're good. We're over. It's done. I think I'm the caboose, so I don't know what happens when I finish. Lots of green foods. Gold hearts. Thank you for those. Baby blue hearts. Oh, I'm not in Russia. I'm in Chicago. I'll probably quit booze. No great loss anyway. Good. I delivered. Thank you, Evidence Coach. You did too. I was just like mesmerized in your scope, and I was like, oh man, I wish I came here earlier. there's always the replay. Thank you for following, everyone. Afroscope TV is an amazing community. If you haven't joined it, and you identify as part of the diaspora, the African diaspora, y'all need to come through. So, good luck with your health. Like, all of us, good luck with your health. Hey, Papa Bear Alaska, how you doing? Wrap up when I'm ready. Okay. Oh, awesome, Mac John. I'm so excited to see you in my scopes. So, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for coming through. Papa Bear, we're ending. We're closing. I hope you can catch the replay. I will see you all tomorrow between 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Replay viewer, thanks for sticking around if you did. Bye, everybody. You said a good caption.